Alright, let's just dive on into some games, shall we? We're playing some Lucian Kalista this morning. This was a build-around submission from a viewer that asked me to put Lucian and Kalista together in the same deck. These two champions have really reasonable synergy together because they have similar level up conditions. So Lucian here says, I level up when I've seen 4+ allies or an allied Senna, Sentinel of Light die. When he goes from a 3-2 with quick attack into a 4-3 with double attack, that each round, the first time an ally dies, you get to rally, which means you get to attack again. So you can attack twice on your turn or once on your opponent's turn with this, which is sweet. Lucian recently got kind of a power level upgrade because it used to be that this couldn't trigger the first time. It couldn't trigger the same turn that Lucian levels, but it can now. So this is especially powerful with things like Blighted Caretaker that summon multiple ephemeral things, as well as Haunted Relic. For example, something that's frequently going to come up is, you know, let's say your Lucian's already seen 2 things die in the round. Well, if you've seen 2 things die previously, and then you Haunted Relic, the first 2 Unleashed Spirits are going to level Lucian, and the third one's going to trigger his rally to let you rally again. Kalista levels in a way that's similar to Lucian, like I said, 4-3, but only has to see 3 allies die. And then her leveled mode summons an ephemeral thing the first time she attacks each turn. So if you get to live the dream of having leveled Kalista and leveled Lucian out at the same time, leveled Kalista guaranteed triggers your Lucian to give you another attack because Kalista summons something that's ephemeral attacking alongside her. The rest of the deck is kind of the kill my own stuff package. We've got some Ravenous Butchers here, which is a 0 mana 3-2 that requires you to kill an ally when it comes into play. Pairs very well with Cursed Keeper here. When this dies, it summons an Abomination. We got some things like Glimpse the Beyond to keep some cards flowing, Mark of the Isle, and Cheeky Chain Vest for some anti-interaction. And then we've got a couple of copies of Harrowing here at the top end of our curve to kind of punch through in the late game and recover from sweepers. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this one and see how it goes. How's non-sub-only mode going? What's going on, Ironclad? Well, welcome back. We've been out of sub-only mode basically since I stopped doing Magic, and it's been great. I think, while I've definitely timed out people on occasion still, trying to encourage them to have a little bit higher quality discourse in some instances overall being outside of Magic, I think makes it easier to have chat be open. So I think I'm going to mulligan the Cursed Keeper. I'd like to find a 1-drop ideally. The way this hand is lined up, we're probably going to bank spell mana on turn 2. So we can go Kalista plus Haunted Relic on 3 to get Kalista leveled right away, ideally. And perfect. There's the 1-drop for Christmas. So Swain Ezreal is a mid-range, heavily interactive deck. I'm going to go ahead and lead on Hapless Aristocrat rather than Fleet Feather Tracker, I think. Yeah, the L guy. And honestly, I think, and this is something that I personally didn't realize either. I think, things have gotten worse in recent years with stuff surrounding Magic and, like, decisions Wizards has made, especially as Arena's become their primary product and is super predatory. But, I think a lot of people, and this is something I definitely did, underestimate how much constantly being annoyed with the company that makes the game you're supposed to be playing for fun impacts your mental. And it's like it's very easy to not see that, I think. I think I'd rather get Kalista leveled here than Lucian. Lucian just dies to a Mystic Shot. They could have a deal 3 to interact with this, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Usually they have more deal 2s, Death's Hand and Mystic Shot, notably. So I want to wait to play Lucian until I can protect him with Sharp Sight, I think. Am I quiet compared to the game? Oh, pull me up a touch. This is a great start. Even if they manage to kill my Kalista now, the next Kalista will still be leveled, which is lovely. Do I want to play Lucian this turn? Yeah, I agree with that, okay. Yep. I think I'm gonna wait to play this till next turn and go Fleet Feather Tracker plus Cursed Keeper this turn. Again, want to wait to play this until I can hold Sharp Sight up, and I'd like to use as much mana as possible this turn. I'm gonna block this here, and then this will give this Challenger, and then this can hook and kill this. The small adjustment I just made is good for game volume.
I'll find vengeance on my own.
Perfect. Check 1, 2, 8, 2. I'll pull them both up a little bit. We are Mystic Shotting my Kalista. Yeah, that seems fine for me. And then I'm gonna order Lucian last, so that way, if other things die here. Kalista doesn't have anything particularly impressive to summon here, but she is going to make something that summons a spider behind, so, like, that's not terrible. Blocking my Cursed Keeper seems great for me. Deal. Yeah, I mean, this level Lucian, right?
I'll bring them peace.
And then it gives me a 2-mana Remembrance here. Double-edged. Thank you for the entire year of support. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome back. That was probably one of the best draws in my deck. Something that lets me kill one of my things and rally here is great. So we'll drop this, eat the 1/1, and then we'll get an attack token. We got visitors. Mentor Reckoner is an interesting one for them to be playing. Usually one you see. Go on, boys. Miss Thanks. Thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Good afternoon.
Stay dead.
I am a pterodactyl. I am glad to see you back. Thank you for the 3 entire years support. That is a long time. Thanks for keeping me around. Good afternoon. Good, solid start for our deck. Got to kind of do the thing, execute what we're looking to do here to start, which is great. Exactly what we're looking for. Sajani Tryndamere. I wonder if this is like a Field Rush deck. I'm gonna full mulligan, looking for my champions and other cheap plates here. Perfect. That's exactly what we found. They are a PNZ deck again, notably. Mystic Shot, very good against our boy Lucian here. I think with this draw here, I'm going to go ahead and play this out and bank Spell Mana this turn, so that way, again, we can deploy Lucian whilst we have Sharp Side up. I think I want to trade these here. Or if I do want to trade these, I want to wait until after I get Lucian down to trade them. There's value in waiting to make this exchange until after we have Lucian in play. Gotcha.
Push back the darkness. Hot on the trail.
Easy round end. We get to go ahead and drop Blighted Caretaker here, which is very good with Lucian. So we'll eat this, get a spider, get some challengers here. It's probably going to be a pretty challenging turn for the opponent. We'll see how they elect to navigate it. We could level Lucian this turn.
It can't be.
Ordering Lucian last here, so that way he gets double attack and gets to crack twice here. So you see we're hitting for 11, 3 plus 8.
We're gonna need more coffins.
Huh. Part of me wonders if I just use Lucian's Relentless Pursuit here.
Footprints here.
Probably not. I think that's probably too aggressive. To remember, if they kill any of my units here, I get to rally, which is great.
No.
Am I blocking both of these? I'm gonna hold the spider as something that could die down the line for us, I think. So we get that attack token there. Let's go ahead and drop Senna.
Don't worry about me.
The War Mother will unite us all.
We have guests. This is a little scary if they have a Flash Freeze or a Brittle Steel. If they Troll Chant into blocking this, I could also get in trouble. I guess I have another Lucian in hand, though.
Doubt.
Like, if they don't have those things, we get to get them pretty hard here.
Stand and defend.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Yeah, I should order this before Senna. That's definitely what I should do.
They walk around.
So that way, if they kill him, she gets to do the thing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and Mark of the Isles here. So this is ephemeral. So then this is going to die when it strikes, which means that we'll get to rally. So he dies, Senna gets bigger. This turns back into a Lucian.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
And Cithra's probably lethal here. When she attacks, she gives all these fearsome. Sweet. Two really great games with this so far. This is a really good catch from chat on the ordering of Lucian and Senna. The permutations of your orders of attackers mattering are really high in this deck, especially with how you're ordering all your ephemeral stuff. Caretaker with Lucian is liquid hot magma. Yeah, it really is. Blighted. I think Blighted Caretaker is just like one of the better Shadow Isles 3-drops anyways. And like has really good synergy with both of our units. Demacia, Freljord, Lux. So probably a deck playing Entreat to find more copies of Lux, I have to imagine. I'm gonna mulligan these two, looking for cheap enablers for these. Our ideal pickup will be the 2-mana spell that makes 3 ephemeral things. Hello, girls.
Dad, it's been a while since the stream has said hi to...
It has been a while, hasn't it, big girl? Who's giant? Are you giant? Hey, look at that, chat. It's exactly the card we wanted to draw. Are you lucky, baby girl? You walked in, and then we drew the card we needed. Alright, so do we... Jamming Lucian here is probably fine.
There's a chill in the air.
If you haven't done so already, Hostage, my #1 recommendation would definitely be just installing Runeterra and playing through the tutorial levels, including the extra optional challenge levels. They do a really good job of breaking down the mechanics and the turn flow. Learning how the priority system flows back and forth is a big part of getting the basics down. Once you learn the priority system, it's not bad. Yeah, there's a smile. That's not too bad. You stretching? Standing up? Lacar! Thank you for the 1.5 years of support. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the very generous tier 2. Welcome back. Yeah. Do we need a moment of Big Haley on stream? Do we need a moment of Big Haley on stream?
Patience.
Chat can have some of the game elements blocked out for a moment to enjoy Big Haley. You're huge, aren't you? You deserve a big camera.
We shall not rest until all betrayers pay.
So I think the play next turn, we're going to go up to 4 mana total. Definitely not blocking here. Is probably Fleet Feather into Haunted Relic. And then we can probably level both of these. Because Fleet Feather will be able to hook this, and then these 3 will die as well.
Likely to catch.
You're being very good this afternoon. Even have 2 mana left over here to use Glimpse in a pinch. You have a Yeti, summon an enraged Yeti, otherwise create it on top of your deck. Well, that's scary. Apologies, Slayer. Chat thinks you're cute, and now they want babies. Or their significant others want babies. You are pretty great. Alright, so... attacking with all of these means I level both of these, which I think is worthwhile. I think I definitely want to hook the 5/5 so that way Lucian can attack into it cleanly. I guess I could attack with Lucian too.
Bring in the heat.
This is really bad against Troll Chant. Yeah, I was gonna attack like this. Yeah. You like the sound of my voice?
Tread carefully.
I think I want to hold on to this to pump things later. There could be merit to glimpsing here, but honestly, actually, if I just let all of these die, I can remembrance this turn, right? Because this goes down 1 every time something dies.
The wrong shall find their vengeance!
We're gonna need more coffins.
Afternoon, John. Yeah, I've decided to only play games that I like moving forward. Which Runeterra is currently my favorite game out there, so most of our stream time is that. We're also doing, you're so cute. We're also doing some other games on stream though, like we're gonna be starting Witcher 3 this evening. Nailed it. Hey, careful. Gentle, gentle giant child. Hey, gentle. I will set her down. So I assume this is hooking this. I mean, honestly, I think I just take 6 here if they want to do that, or take 7. That seems fine, right?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
We weren't expecting callers.
I thought it was just polka dots.
Virtue guides me.
So I could glimpse here, and it technically gives me a rally. I think getting a rally here sounds good, right? Attacking with Kalista and this both seem fine. I don't know that I want to attack with this 4-3, but one, I want to draw cards. I think these attacks are good. I obviously don't want to attack Lucian into this until we have this up. That's true. You could update the pumpkin command to link to what's it called? The pie video. Yeah, I think this attack is good, right? Because if they block this, the thing I'm summoning just eats it, and I'm okay trading these if they want to bounce these here. Me gaining life seems like a good advantage position for me to be in. My family has left me, chat. All I have left is you. Be kind.
I will end this here.
Over there.
Did Mom put a new screen protector on there for you? Did Mom put a new screen protector on there for you? You need to tell her to put a new one on there. Alright, so what do we want to do here? They do have flash freezes and stuff in their hand, but like also I also just like have another Lucian, I have combat tricks and a black spear, so I think I just attack with everything. Yeah, so if they have a way to like shoot this before they block Kalista, that's how they kill Kalista in combat. How much money do I need to build a deck in this? Less than 30 bucks. Runeterra doesn't have a predatory gambling economy. You literally, they've done this really novel thing where you give them money and they let you buy exactly the cards you want to buy. It's really weird. Something that's also worth noting when we're leveraging Kalista with Rally is that Kalista explicitly only summons a thing the first time she attacks each round. So if when I attack again here for the second time this turn because of the rally token, she is not going to summon a thing next to her. Yeah, hostage, like, so here's the best way to describe Runeterra. Think of absolutely everything every Magic player has complained that they wished Wizards of the Coast would do for the last decade. Okay, Riot did that with Runeterra. Just actual everything we've always wanted Wizards to do, Runeterra did it. I think they're dead again here. They could have a flash freeze. So like I could double sharp sight here to try and push lethal, but they could have flash freeze, so I don't think that's worthwhile. And past having a great economy where you get to just buy exactly the cards you want to play with, the free-to-play is also very friendly. So, like, once you buy your first or second deck, like, you'll incidentally just have cards to the other decks as you play, because you just collect rewards very quickly. Sure, so is the rally. Lot of right ways to eat that, Reese's chat. I actually think it's right to not sharp sight that one first there, because if they had flash freeze, we end up sad, right? Because if I do it to try and push lethal, I then don't kill them. Whereas, like, my play's actually strictly correct. So I shouldn't sharp sight that to start, because if they frostbite it, I then don't kill them that turn. Is there a burn deck in this game? Yep. In fact, Elise Spider Burn is one of a really good first deck to pick up. Full mulligan here, looking for... I'm gonna keep Haunted Relic. I'm gonna mulligan the rest of these, looking for our champions. Yeah, the Elise is one of the champions you get 2 copies of for free to start. And the Elise Spider Burn deck's a very reasonable archetype. Hey, congrats, Sniper. Diamond is where I thrive. The Diamond, like Diamond 4 to Diamond 2 is where I have for most seasons.
The dead don't need riches. Don't get in my way.
No. Pay to win is a bullshit moniker that doesn't make sense. Pay to win is something that salty little babies made up to justify why them being bad at the game isn't the reason why they're actually losing. If Magic the Gathering or Runeterra or any card game was pay to win, then football and golf and NASCAR racing and pay to compete and pay to win are different. And that's one thing I think a lot of people don't get when I talk about predatory versus not predatory. When I talk about that's not true, John Flip. I'm just gonna ban you because you're being annoying. You were just here for Magic stuff and you don't understand. I'm literally explaining to you why what you're saying is not correct. Just get out of here. If I want to use a spoon out of the kitchen to try and hit a golf ball into the hole, and the person that has a nice set of golf clubs is going to do better than me, are they pay to win? Was golf pay to win? No, it's not. You just have to buy the proper equipment to play the thing you want to play. Having to have equipment to do a thing doesn't make it pay to win. The other thing that a lot of people don't understand is that something being expensive doesn't mean it's predatory. When I talk about mobile games and things like Hearthstone and Arena being predatory, what I mean is those games require their player base to gamble in order to participate in them. The predatory aspect is the required gambling that goes alongside of it.
Something for all.
It's not the total dollar price tag. It is the gambling aspect. I think we might be dead because of that keg. I guess that's not true. I can go Kalista here, and then next turn I could go this into this, and then maybe we have a shot. So golf is pay to win. Yeah, like, I don't know. I kind of want a big spell mana here. I guess you're right. If I would have glimpsed one, I would have leveled the other. Yeah, you're right. I should have glimpsed. I was ranting and not thinking through. I'm gonna be honest. I was going off on an idiot in chat, and it's really funny how the idiots in chat that I go off on are always people that come from Magic that are like, hey, why aren't you playing Magic, streamer? Hey, insert thing that's stupid here.
I'll find vengeance on my own.
don't bite.
Shout outs to the Runeterra community for being great. Y'all are wonderful. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Claire. I missed that play because I was ranting at an idiot in chat. I think we attack like this. This will level Kalista. Maybe it's wrong to get it because Kalista will probably just run into this and then she'll be at 1 toughness, which means that she will die to a what's it called? A deal 1? Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with these. Yeah, I agree, J-Ray. If we're really good here, this will give us a 5/4 lifesteal. Just like we drew it up, chat. What's the reason to not attack with Lucian there? Yeah, it's probably free, right? Does pay to win better describe gacha games than card games? I don't even think it really applies there. I think it again comes back to predatory versus non-predatory, and people don't know what words mean, so they just like throw random words out there basically. They know something feels bad, so they just use random words to describe it because it feels bad. I'm gonna go to 2 here. Yeah, it's exactly what Lambton said is exactly true. Pay to win is basically a buzzword that's true. I was tend to glimpse there. It's a good observation. It's mostly a buzzword for people that don't. They're just like they're unhappy with something, so that's what they're using to describe it instead. Do I just chain vest here on my fleet feather tracker? Or do I glimpse? I'm gonna glimpse it. Doom Beast is a good thought too. Yeah, those blocks are probably medium. Huh? Yeah, I fucked that up. Should have been thinking about juice there.
Ashes and dust.
I don't know. I think, like I said, I think the pay to win nomiker comes from people using buzzwords that they don't understand, and I also think it's an ego protecting thing, right? Like, if you think this game that you're bad at and don't have good results at, if you write the game off as being pay to win, well, the only reason I don't win is because the other person spent more money than me, it's an ego-saving thing, right? It's not that you built your deck poorly or you played poorly, it's I lost this game because of something that was unfair and outside of my control. Pay to win is largely people creating a victim complex to save their own face in their own mind. It's good to have you here, Hostage. I appreciate you sticking around. They're a Mystic shot deck against. The question is, how do I want to sequence here? I have the Sharp Sight with the Lucian. It's like, do I want to wait to play this? I think I'm just banking spell mana this turn. We'll play Kalista next turn, and then we'll try to level both of these on 5, I think.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
This might be loose because she's still going to 1. Thanks, hostage. I really appreciate the 13 months. Hope you're staying safe out there. It is, yeah, and like a lot of people when they talk about pay to win, what they mean too is, like, in addition to saving their own ego, what they mean is, this thing is expensive, and I wish it wasn't expensive because I would like to enjoy it if it didn't cost so much money. And, like, that's fine. That's a fine position to have, that you're sad that this thing that you want to like, that you're priced out of it. I can empathize with that, and that's a very real thing. But, like, call a spade, and don't make up something that's just, like, not true about it, right? I was not impressed with Easy Swing, Claire. Archetype felt mediocre at best. Yeah, that's people think being costed out of something makes it pay to win. And honestly, that's something I love about Runeterra, right? Like, it doesn't price people out of it. And, like, Magic has a ton of issues, and I've been very straightforward about all the issues I think that it has, but it also definitely isn't pay to win. And just because I dislike it doesn't mean I'm going to lie about it and make stuff up about what it is or isn't. Haunted Relic. Do I want to do this here to level Kalista? I think I do. I'm gonna, like, do this and then do Ravenous Butcher here, I think. So, the channels that are locked in the Discord server, Jeff, are ones that weren't really being used anymore, and we're gonna be deleting them. Codeman Jack, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to Hooglandia. So if you look, so the Modern, Legacy, and Pioneer channels in the Discord server didn't really have much activity in them, so we kind of combined them into one. I think we called it the Paper Boomers channel. I have the Magic section that's the server mostly muted these days. Yeah, paper boomer formats is the intended place for all things paper Magic related, format wise. That's super unfortunate. So they hushed. Yeah, we just didn't want to delete the channels right away because they had, like, years worth of backlogs, but I also didn't want to leave channels that weren't active up in there. Man, that was really brutal. They killed my Kalista and they stopped my Lucian from getting points towards leveling. That was really good for them.
Vi stands for vicious.
These are ephemerals, so we're losing them anyways, so might as well get our attack in here. So, Lucian technically still sees them die. The thing that doesn't happen is he no longer has the text when I've seen allies die. So his ability, basically, think of when something's silenced as the entire text box is blank. So without that text box there, him seeing things die doesn't have any application.
Hit 'em where it hurts. Freeze! Forgive me.
Is it Cithra into Harrowing? I kind of thought maybe it was Lucian into Harrowing, because the Harrowing would level Lucian. Cithra into Harrowing's probably better. We give a chance to kill them. Their regions don't play sweepers. I just kind of wish they would have attacked with this so I could trade this off. We'll have to decide if we want to jam this next turn or wait a turn cycle. They are low right now, but they are also a star-shaping deck, so I think it's probably reasonable to think about our opponent as being at 14 right now. They could kill or silence Cithra before this happens, is what they could do. The fact that this gets back a challenger to challenge Vi is nice, though. That means our Cithra will get to survive combat, most likely. That's really unfortunate. I guess we do that so I can kill the Vi. That was randomly generated by the Flash of Brilliance. Is exactly correct. Yeah, I'm not convinced that Chain Vest is better than Ranger's Resolve. If that had been Ranger's Resolve, we'd kill them here, right? I think I might make that swap after this. There's a lot of deal ones to everything in this format. You cannot double block in this game. And so the mixture of both no double blocking and no double blocking and damage remaining on units really goes a long way towards making sure birds don't get super sold out in this game like they frequently do in Magic. Yes, first strike only working on attacking also goes a long way towards helping with things like that too. Big agree. I think I want to get one of these down to start, because I think there's a good chance they kill my Cithra here. And I would like this to be able to see Cithra die, ideally. Thank you for the $1 tip, John. You are no longer banned. Just for reference, I'm not going to go back to playing Magic anytime soon, for at least the next month. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. You're welcome to hang out and enjoy this fun, much better game, Legends of Runeterra, in my opinion, but if you're just gonna chat about Magic, change the channel. Chatting about Magic and things surrounding it just annoy me. Great Bone Daddy, thanks for the tip. For Asol, Mountain Scryer, Celestial. Sounds good, will do.
Whatever the cost.
Yeah, correct, Derek. the fact that damage doesn't wear off makes attacks that would normally be awful in a game like Magic perfectly reasonable and even good in this game. Which is a great change. I think we're probably dead here. We would have easily won this game if that Chain Vest had been a Ranger's Resolve though, and we're gonna swap that after this. That was it's a bad, better difference.
Also design enables rapid projectile firing.
Cavalry, to the field!
Deal.
Interesting solution.
Tony Vega, thanks for the follow. I think that trade is good for me. Could go either way. We end up with Kalista and a 4-3. They've got this with elusive and this with quick attack, but the rest of these aren't super scary. This is gonna level here. If I spike our second Harrowing, we could maybe be in this game still. Yeah, that'll be big. Let's swap Chain Vest for Ranger's Resolve here. That's actually been really sweet so far. Definitely gotten to do the thing a number of times, which has been nice. Sharp Sight continues to be a super impressive combat trick. I mean, honestly, in general, Patrickly, what? You don't even need to bring up the other lesser annoying products to talk about the good things that Runeterra Riot does. Like, the way the things Riot does and the things Runeterra does are just objectively good on their own and stand under their own merit. You don't need to point out that, like, other companies do crappy things to make Runeterra should just be the norm. It's just actively good. It's not just less bad. And that's something I think people fall into a lot of the time. And you hear that to justify bad things a lot of the time too, right? Like, you hear people, you know, like, this is fine because it's better than this other bad thing this other thing does. And, like, that's never a good justification. If the only justification you can have for something is it's less bad, then it's still not good. But, like, that's one of the reasons why Runeterra is so excellent, because it does so many things that are just actively good. I'm not comparing it to other things that are bad and saying, well, it's just less bad. It's just like, no, it's great. Like, the way the economy works in this game is awesome and ideal. I'm gonna mulligan... Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this, looking for Kalista and some of their bigger things to curve out with. Fleet Feather Tracker plus Relic plus Lucian is pretty good here. This trading into something with Challenger plus these level him, which is great. Thanks for the support, Sonam. Yeah, I agree, Fabric. And that's a really elegant way to put it. This game has more than enough merit to stand on its own. It doesn't need to be compared to other lesser products to say, hey, this is why it's good. Gandiop, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Hanging out this afternoon. It's almost 300 people in here, which is great. If you're new to the channel, like Gandhi, I stream full-time here on Twitch. I do about 50% of my content is Runeterra. I do a lot of turn-based strategy games like this. We've been branched out into some Pokemon VGC recently. I also do single-player story-driven stuff. We're going to be starting Witcher 3 this evening for a new playthrough in that. So always a lot of great stuff going on here. There are a number of small technical things I would love to see improved with Runeterra, and I've forwarded that feedback on to the appropriate people to see it. So, like, a really easy example is the deck editor desperately needs a craft all function. But in terms of like core gameplay, core rules engine, how they manage their format, I'm honestly very happy with how Riot's been doing it. They really seem to get it, and they communicate clearly with us, and it's great. It's everything I've ever wanted out of a card game. Yeah, we're going to be doing another Pokemon VGC stream on Wednesday morning. The feedback on the first one was really good, and if it continues to be fun and the channel responds well to it, I think that could become a regular part of the stuff that I do here. I've enjoyed dipping into that last week. And Lucian's already seen one thing die here, so if they don't kill my Lucian here, I'm gonna get to Remembrance and then Rally Attack, which is great. So, and you can see the eye here, one of the many amazing... The eye is a feature I didn't know I needed from a card game. So as you can see here, when I mouse over the eye, it says, okay, Jeff, this is the board state if these attacks happen like this. My opponent goes to 4, my Remembrance goes to 2 mana, Lucian levels up. And obviously my opponent's going to get to line up blocks here, but as they line up blocks and or play cards, what the eye is going to show me will adjust as my opponent makes plays, which is just, it's phenomenal. Yeah, it even shows me getting the attack token back from the rally here. You can see the sword appearing right up there, which is awesome. Our opponent does look very dead here. This deck's been really sweet so far. Oh no! Oh no! They ruined our whole plan by saving their creature, chat. Or by saving our creature. So, this no longer dies, which means Lucian still levels, and we still get to dome them for 8, but we no longer get to rally, and I no longer get to Remembrance. That's a very strong play from the opponent here. That's fine. We're still in a great spot. I'm going to play Fleet Feather here, because then I can play Remembrance for 6 mana next turn, so we're going to get to bank 1 spell mana and gain 5.
These guys again.
Should have hooked their champion. Yeah. Bye, friend.
And stay dead.
And stay dead. Right, discard aggro. A bit of an aggro mirror here. Senna doesn't play defense too well. Fleet Feather Tracker sounds fine. Honestly, I think this might be a Remembrance on 3 on the play. We're attacking on odds here, so I might just bank spell mana on one end. Well, now I'm not. I was gonna bank spell mana, but now we have this into this into this, so let's go. Do I have a favorite faction? Definitely, Tarkin. So, you don't gain LP when your opponent instantly concedes, but I'm pretty sure they still lose LP. Yeah, so it doesn't give you points for not having played a match, but I'm pretty certain they still lose them. Now, the Lucian draw is interesting here. I have to decide, is it worth waiting on this to get points on this? And I think the answer is yes. That's a great draw. Yeah, so I think the play now is we go this, into Butcher on here.
There's a chill in the air. Looking grim.
Supper time. I mean, I don't think it's just a scaredy cat thing, or obviously sometimes people are doing that, but it technically doesn't cost you anything but a couple of seconds, so I think the current system is fine. I think real life happens occasionally. I don't know. I think we've all had points where you hit Q and then something comes up and you have to drop the Q right away. I think that's one of those things where people too often attribute malice to where, like, there's other explanations. So, Riot has said they plan to do some kind of rotation at some point. We don't currently have any information as to extra details into what exactly that means. And honestly, I think there's a chance that Riot doesn't even know exactly what they want to do with rotation yet. What I'm about to say next is purely speculation. I don't know anything official that you don't know, but I would estimate that the earliest we will see a rotation happen in Runeterra is February of 2022. And the reason why that would be my estimation is the 6 card drops that we will see in 2021 will be the card drops adding the last 2 regions to the game. And I would be very surprised if Riot has a rotation before they have all of the regions added to the client.
We shall not rest until all betrayers.
Yeah, I think I block. Wait, you think we caretaker here? Why? I think I block and then I crack them back. If they want to trade here, that's fine. Their attack was a misplay. Maybe press it back. I think that's strictly true. Yeah, and I think another important thing to think about too is one of the reasons why rotations are so despised in so many other games is because of the economic model that those games employ. And like, there are so many things that Runeterra can do slightly differently or even exactly the same and have them be good or better than other games purely from the standpoint of their economic model not being predatory. Like, when it's super easy to free-to-play new cards or get an entirely different deck, it's like not a big deal if there's rotations every year because you're not using rotation as an excuse to price people out of the game. Another thing that's a very important thing to know is that other card games like Hearthstone and Arena, to a lesser extent, Magic's not quite as bad as Hearthstone, but they don't support their non-rotating formats well because their main revenue driver is selling booster packs of new sets, right? So, because Runeterra is trying to monetize around cosmetics, there's a very good chance, I think, that even if they do rotate and have 2 separate formats, we see real support for their non-rotating format because they're not trying to price you into buying new cards constantly. So, rotations aren't strictly about stopping power creep, Toolboxer, so much as they're about creating formats that keeping variety going in formats. So I think the idea that rotations only exist to stop power creep, I think, is silly. Yeah. Because, like, there's something to be said about having a format that's consistently similar and one that you enjoy because it's consistently similar, but variety is the spice of life too, right? So, like, well, I definitely hope that Runeterra, when they do have rotation, is going to have a well-supported non-rotating format. I also like the idea of there being one that does rotate to keep up with that. And so long as you support your rotating and your non-rotating format equally and let players choose basically which they prefer to play, it's really not a big deal. So, and we've talked about this before, but like something that's interesting about Runeterra is, and this is it's interesting from a game design and player reaction perspective. So in Magic, for example, for the last 2 years, Magic's had insane power creep, and basically every time Magic releases a new set, they basically dumpster their entire format, right? I do not have any affiliate codes directly for this. I am here plugging Runeterra stuff and playing it because I love it and I think it's the best game out there. Right, full disclosure, that league partner thing there that scrolls there, they do provide me with wild cards to play the game at no cost to myself, but even if they didn't, it really doesn't cost that much. But it is nice to have support from them. Alright, is this Keeper lethal alongside Sithra? I'm gonna have 4 lethal threats that are fearsome, so it should be. So, we attack with all of these. Sithra makes these spooky scary. They only have 3 blockers for my spooky scaries. Afternoon mid. Moon, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Hoaglandia. No, if I hook something, they can kill my stuff.
Stay away from that switch.
Yeah, this deck's been really sweet so far. I like when my highlight decks pick themselves very easily. I think they'll start rotation. Yeah, I would bet that they will, Codeman Jack. Obviously, like I said, I don't have inside information, even though I am a league partner, but I would bet we see I would bet that we see a rotation happen in early 2022 after we have all 10 regions. I'm gonna be honest, Precipic, I nicked this off of the... I nicked the list we started with off of Mobalytics, and then I've made, we're like 3 or 4 cards off of it at this point. I don't have a source to cite. Skyhook78, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. For folks that are new, I'm here. I do Runeterra content 5 to 6 days a week. I am streaming 6 to 7 days a week. I also have a YouTube channel where I mentioned I post highlight videos every single day of the best Runeterra decks that we played on stream, as well as other game highlights as well. We are attacking on odds here, which I'm going to mulligan the second Cursed Keeper, keep this, I think. There's a good chance this is a Remembrance on 3, banking spell mana on 1 and 2, depending on what these mulligans do. Greeny T, thank you for the 33 months of support. It wouldn't be here without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. Welcome back. Reset, I think that's league speak for Reset. And Rajetti, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Shaw War, welcome, welcome. All right, so we hit this into this. I think I'm still down to Remembrance on 3 here, with the plan being we'll Remembrance on 3, Kalista on 4, Cursed Keeper, Blight Keeper on 5, or Blighted Caretaker on 5. Portugal took it. Sweet. Yeah, I was watching the finals before I went live, but I also wanted to be live before they finished with the hope that some people will trickle down into the channel. That get those trickle down viewers after they sign off and they're looking for other things to watch. Looking forward to seeing coverage for the upcoming seasonal tournaments. It was me, I came here after. Yep.
The party has arrived.
Easy attack in here if they want to trade like Draven plus a Mystic Shot for my 4/5. I think that's a net positive for us. Or like Draven plus a Death Stand.
Draven down.
With this Harrowing in my hand here already, trading off early and often on board to eventually set up a Lethal Harrowing is also pretty appealing. Is Riot putting a lot of support into LOR Esports? Well, for comparison's sake, Riot's first pass at LOR Esports is they're kind of low efforts. I mean, not currently as tough, right? Because like their first pass at Runeterra Esports is like $500,000 in prizes.
I thought you'd never ask.
Alright, so now I'm gonna play Cursed Keeper here, so that way I can Sharp Sight and eat the Ezreal. Yeah, I think casting tournaments can be fun. The Hoaglandia Opens that we'd run for Magic stuff in the past were always a good time. I enjoy doing commentary. Ravi CZ, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Gobble gobble. Yeah, when we get some better support for third-party tournaments, I definitely plan to that's enough speed. Feels bad, man. I plan to run some Runeterra tournaments like I used to run Magic tournaments once we get better tools for doing so. Sharp Sight's a decent draw.
What's that noise?
I think I want to get Kalista down before we Caretaker here.
I go wasted finding mushrooms.
We shall not rest until all
You love
betrayers-
mathematics, well you ended up at the right place. If you're not familiar with my background, I have both an undergrad and a graduate degree in mathematics. I spent some time teaching at a couple of colleges in my area before settling here, streaming full time. To play around Flock, it's an interesting thought. You feel about the Jinx Draven discard aggro deck? I think it's one of the many decks that are super reasonable in this format.
Time for the main event.
We can give you vengeance.
I'll find vengeance.
Is there a
on my own.
competitive Teemo deck? The Field the Elusives deck that we are playing second today is a Teemo deck, and I think it's very competitive. It's one of my 2 favorite decks in the format right now. Mid and Chenez, thanks for the follows. Do I just let this happen? I feel like I'm into just letting this happen.
Sure.
I think I'm just gonna pass and let them burn my mana. What's the other favorite? Go easy. I've been on my off-stream games lately. I've been on an Ezreal kick. So SI Ezreal and Freljord Ezreal are the two decks I've been playing the most off-stream.
Please, I have connections.
Feel the Rush? Do you mean the Shadow Isles Freljord Control Feel the Rush deck? Or something different? Like the Feel the Rush deck that we're going to play up next? That card can slot into a few different archetypes. Yeah, I wanted the Sharp Sight here and eat the Ezreal. I think it was worth risking burning our mana there to do so.
Now we're cooking.
No, the Feel the Elusive deck that we're going to be playing next, Claire. Oh, do they have... Are they just leveling this, or do they have okay, they're just leveling this. That's fine. That could definitely end up killing us. Yeah, I agree, Violet Journey. The recent balance patch to Ezreal basically turns him into an ideal mid-range threat, which is awesome.
There you are.
Remember Chump Wump when you're getting ready to go outside during the pandemic, chat. Put on your mask, secure your tail, start your day. Very, very simple rules that can keep you alive and well. And keep others around you alive and well. It's probably gonna tell Kalista to get flocked here, I imagine. Yeah, I think that archetype's super reasonable, kid. No flock here's good for us. Get to level her up. And then we get to play Remembrance post-combat here. Our best hits with this Remembrance are definitely the two tough units. So there is the 5/5 that's tough, as well as Radiant Guardian here, because we had something die. Would be our two ideal hits. Perfect. Tough units are very difficult for the opponent's deck to beat through because they didn't really play damage-based removal. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand, but they're mostly mushrooms and spinning axes, so like, they only have 2 actual spells. Sharp Sight's a great pickup. Makes it harder to kill our things they care about. Actually, honestly, with the Sharp Sight here, we could probably have Radiant Guardian block this and have a good chance to kill him, huh?
Axes coming right up.
This is an attack.
You have to get me out of here.
I will end this here.
Working this game is so good. Nah, I think the Feel the Rush control deck is one of the many reasonable archetypes in this game. We just let that happen, right? Even if I do this here, they just get to spinning axe it and they still cut through it, so. To the person that came into chat and just said, I don't like you, but I hope you do well in this game. I hope whatever is so fucked up in your pathetic life that you feel the need to come into other people's spaces and make comments like that improves. Because what a petty, annoying thing to say. Changing the channel is free and keeping your mouth shut doesn't cost you anything. I have to imagine people that go on the internet and say random crap like that to people they've never met and probably will never meet, just like, have to be in a miserable spot in general. You know, those are the types of things, you don't do those types of things if your life is in a good place. Adataya, thank you for the follow, welcome to the channel. We have a flock here. Guillotine, that's rough. I'm a Vimac, welcome to the channel. What is this doing? That's probably good enough, right? And again, they've got infinite cards in their hand, but most of them are spinning X's. Yeah, Kalista drags a friend along with her as well. Exactly correct. Yeah, does the Draven Ezreal deck typically play Progress Day, or is that too expensive for them? Progress Day is a card that I've really loved in my... It's too expensive. Progress Day is a card that I really love in the Ezreal decks I've been playing. Both the Field the Elusive deck that we're gonna play next has 3 of them, and the Go Ezreal deck I've been playing has 3 of them. Yeah, this hand's great, huh? I think we're just, like, in for all of it. What made me remove sub-only chat? Leaving the Magic community. Runeterra and the other random games that I play are, on average, a lot less toxic. Stuff like the random comment that I just banned someone for, that I don't like you, but whatever. That type of stuff happens pretty infrequently with Runeterra. When we do, it's not a big deal to send them packing. Stuff like that would be like an hourly occurrence when I was streaming Magic full-time. I have never played Witcher before. I have watched the Witcher series on Netflix, which chat last night informed me is not similar to the game, so I guess that doesn't count for much.
Please, I have connections.
That's not even strictly true, Quaddle. Even when I was streaming Magic to Magic Online with, you know, 300 to 400 people like I have here for Runeterra, it was much worse than what the average Runeterra chat was like.
There you are.
That's unfortunate. I feel you on the 3 kids, Mouton. It's good to have you here now. So Lucian's dead. To the challengers. I guess we'll play this out, because I don't care if they kill this one. Yeah, reading a quick summary of Witcher 1 and 2 is definitely on my to-do list. A couple people recommended that last night. We'll get to Blighted Caretaker, then back. Worth noting, our opponent's top end in this deck is likely They Who Endure. So I think we're probably the beatdown in this matchup. As this match goes later, I think my opponent's more likely to win than we are. I want to end the game sooner rather than later, ideally.
Their treasonous hearts.
Grow up so fast. Ladies.
The author of the Witcher books gave up royalties for the games in favor of a flat payout of roughly $10,000 because he didn't think video games were a medium that could make money. A sucker's born every minute, chat. He sued when it made millions. Zero sympathy. I think we're dead here. He's got a little fucked up. Their bladed caretaker killing our Lucian early was very backbreaking. That's really funny. Well, hopefully that author got a better. Hopefully that author got a bit of a better deal on the movies or the TV series on Netflix. So Johnny Gangplank, been a hot second since I've seen this one. I'm gonna mulligan the Harrowing to start. Keep the rest of these, seems good with level 1 drop. A Big Toe, thank you for the 16 months of Prime. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way again this month. Perfect. He got 16 million out of them after suing. That's crappy.
Don't get in my way.
Oh, legal systems. Grim Jows, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow.
Nothing like the stink of blood. And
No blocks. Go to 18.
Hard to get rich.
I think I open on Senna here, so that way if they kill either of these, the other one gets supercharged. And then next turn we can go Kalista into Relic, and then Relic again on the following turn.
Purity and peace.
They could have like a Flash Freeze or a Brittle Steel here, but I don't think this archetype usually plays those cards.
The dead don't need riches.
We shall not rest until all betrayers pay.
How's Butcher felt? Butcher's been okay. Having ways to kill things on command is a big deal. And Butcher does a good job of that. That's a job we consider single combat. Having a way to kill things that they can't respond to is important, and we don't really have chunky units that are good to do that with regards to what's it called? Alright, so they probably want to block Lucian. Do I hook a keg with Lucian here to just kill their barrel? Probably not. It can't block anyways, right? So I think we do this because we're gonna get to rally off of this one dying.
Our vengeance has burned long enough. Act now.
I think I'm okay with him trading with Gangplank though, right? Because I get a rally afterwards, and I get another decent attack. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. Gangplank's real scary. Yeah, I need to not die in the backswing. And like, if this dies, Senna goes crazy, right? And like with this block here, Black Spear is gonna get to kill this, which is great.
Crying won't do any good. We're gonna need more coffins.
So he levels. This causes a rally. These trade because of double attack.
I failed.
This gains double attack. I think we just haunted Relic again here, right? Remember, this is not summoning things when she attacks. I guess I could Black Spear this and attack. Oh yeah, that's lethal, right? If I Black Spear here, they block here. Oh no, she's not summoning anything, right? We just said that. Maybe I should have done this. Yeah, it's still fine. We're gonna put him real low. I think I'm gonna kill their keg. Cause I can't kill them anyways.
Say your farewells.
Although maybe putting them to 1 is better, because if I put them to 1, her thing and this are both lethal. It's a decent pull. I can't kill Monkey Idol. I'll press a pick.
From the savage cold.
It's not a legal play. The keg had vulnerable. I didn't have challenger.
Ride onward.
Oh, with Black Spear. Yeah, maybe. Afternoon, Logan. Let's open on this and see what they do. Federi, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I am very good at rolling Radiant Guardian so far today. If they have double warning shot, we're dead here. Oh, actually, you know what? Did I mess this up? Yeah, I need the challenger unit because I need to hook this last. Because I need this to not deal damage to me until they've died. I almost feel bad. Almost. So, it's important to hook this last. So this way, if they have warning shot, all of my attackers get to get their damage in before this trigger happens and frostbites me with this. why it was important to have that last. Got fortunate with those make it rains, obviously. But, you know, hashtag sometimes lucky. This build was really sweet. So one change that I had made from the original list I started with was the list I found to start had 3 copies of Cithra in it. I ended up trimming them down and fitting some Cena in, and I think I was happy with that change. While Cithra was definitely a card that won us some games in the back of her Fearsome, she's just so much mana in a deck that's otherwise fairly aggressive. Haunted, we just had a lot of games that basically we just executed our plan exactly as we wanted to, right? Haunted Relic making the 3 ephemeral things, or Blighted Caretaker filling the board up, paired with Lucian and Kalista was excellent. Sharp Sight is a super premium combat trick right now, allowing us to protect our threats against the various Mystic shots that are running around in all these Ezreal decks. Sounds fantastic. So, yeah, I think I was pretty happy with where we ended up at with this. I don't think I would necessarily change anything about it. Yeah, Mark of the Isles was good for a lot of similar reasons. The fact that this gives something ephemeral was also really good at, like, popping something on occasion. For example, Mark of the Isles triggered Lucian a couple of times, leveling up. Also was good at popping the Cursed Keeper to get the actual thing out of that. All right. At any rate, we're going to wrap up with this deck for the day, but don't go anywhere because we're not done yet. We're going to shift gears to a second constructed deck. We're going to play some Feel the Elusives here up next. For those that are